All right. Okay, that's all. Okay. Live stream test number, I don't know. By now it's like my third or fourth, maybe even my fifth stream test. But in this stream test, what we're going to be doing on Mondays, we'll be holding like office hours, open office hours, and we'll have a live stream going for about an hour, and people can pop in if they want to check out, see what we're working on. Like today here, I have this video editing software pulled up, and I'll be working on video editing while I just hang out with the stream here and see if anybody pops in and has any questions about anything volleyball related. Or as you can see, I'm working on video editing, so maybe you have some questions on some video editing stuff for your recruiting videos. But the questions certainly don't have to be limited to video editing. If you have a volleyball question about skill or technique or demos, I might be able to pull up some stuff here on my computer and share it with y'all, live on stream. If you have questions that that are either a little bit more private or sensitive, or just simply require more than what I might be able to do to help you online with anything quickly, you'd be able to schedule some 15 or 30-minute sort of office hour like appointments with me or with any of our coaches that are available, and we could do that. So kind of how it would work is you hop in maybe with the chat. Certainly to comment in the chat, you do have to be signed in to a YouTube account, and I believe you also need to have a YouTube channel, which is actually really easy to do. If you already have a YouTube account but maybe never activated your own YouTube channel, all you do is click on the upper right corner of your on your YouTube profile picture or icon, and then I think the very first drop down selection is either your channel if you've already activated it, or if you haven't, it'll say create a channel, and all you do is select that button. It'll prompt you to activate one of two choices. Select the first choice, and then you're good to go, and your YouTube account and channel will now be active. That is what will allow you to comment and chat, and then I'd be able to read and see those comments in the live chat on my end here. But yeah, at any rate, thanks for hanging out. I will be basically talking to myself, unless anyone's in here watching, and I'll be doing some video editing stuff here while we hang out. Okay, this software is called Video or Wondershare Filmora, and I have version 10, which is the most current version of this software right now. I have a paid yearly or annual subscription. I did a trial. I think it was either maybe a 14-day free trial. Previously, I was using iMovie to make all of my videos, which is a free software if you have an Apple Mac computer or laptop. So that's what I did all of my editing in. Wondershare Filmora is actually very similar, but I've been playing around with it for a couple months now, and I have to tell you, before my my free trial was up, I had already made the decision to purchase it because already I could see that it had added features and benefits and ease of use that that iMovie just didn't have available. So yes, we've got Wondershare video. I will go ahead and load up the video that I want to work on. I think I downloaded one of my stream tests from the other day. Yeah, you can see here kind of a list of different things I've got. That's the thumbnail. Yeah, let's do... Why are there two files for the same video? Go back Thursday, watch party, and hump day. Oh, because hump day was different. Okay. So we'll load up this one from yesterday. One of our NPJ coaches, Steven Stone, was nice enough to hop on a Zoom call with me and help me test out live streaming a Zoom call with screen sharing. Okay. I think typically what you want to do is just keep your source formatting. So I'll go ahead and just say keep. Okay. And you can see in this timeline, what do we got? A little over 20 minutes of video footage here from our stream. And let's see. I wonder if you guys can hear sound. Like if I play this. Okay. I can certainly hear it. It doesn't seem like y'all can hear it though. And I wonder if that's because let's hide this so it's not too confusing. Bring that back. Play this. Yeah, so there's no sound coming in on this feed. Whoa. That was weird. Okay, I heard my voice and I thought I was having an echo. But you guys can't hear this. Yeah, there's no audio feed. I wonder if it's because I guess that would make sense. I'm screen sharing this whole monitor. So like if I had multiple things on here, you would see, oh, I lost it. Yeah, you would see my whole monitor. But this monitor is not a sound audio source. So I'm sorry, I want to figure this out because as I'm editing the video, I will be listening to the sound clips. If I were just editing with just volleyball skills and recruiting videos, then I would have the sound off. But because Steven and I were doing like a commentary on the match, I do want to hear the audio because as I'm making edits for our video here, that's obviously going to be important. I think I can figure this out. So you'll see here when there's sound, yeah, you can see that. But on this, I'm laughing because it's quite distracting. As I'm trying to figure out the audio situation, I'm hearing my audio conversation from this video yesterday with Steven, and it's throwing me off because my perception of what's happening is I'm hearing a delay or an echo from this current live stream. So if you saw me smiling and laughing there, that's what that was, because it's really confusing. Okay. Let's try this. Oh. There we go. Easy fix. Okay. Screen sharing is done. So I actually had the desktop audio muted, and that's why it wasn't coming through. But now that I've unmuted it here, you'll be able to hear exactly what I'm hearing. Okay. Cool. Let's do this. Let's try this again. You're just gonna have to watch 10 frames per second, dude. Because my laptop's about to explode. It's so hot. Okay, it looks like here's where we get into it. I'm just kind of looking at down here at these audio, I don't know what you call them. Audio waves, maybe is what you call them. So I'll line it up here, and then we'll see if that starts our conversation. Well, this laptop's from 2011, so
Yeah.
like it works. It works for iMovie video editing decently well, but yeah, it is not happy with how much we're pushing here right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's do 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's go.
Do 5 minutes. Okay, if you heard Steven there, he kind of, it's funny because he, you know, reluctantly almost said, "Yeah, let's do 5 minutes more." He and I had already been on this Zoom call for an hour, and actually, I think at this point, where we're actually seeing the match pulled up, and you can see our webcams, it had actually been an hour and 10 minutes. So, and Steven had a meeting, a virtual meeting for work coming up, and we were getting really close to that time. So I just want to hear that one more time because I think it's funny.
Yeah, let's go.
He's like, yeah. Literally, I said 5 minutes. His meeting, I think, was about to start in 5 minutes. So if you can imagine, like, you need to log off our web call and then log into his work call. Steven, you're the man. I appreciate you helping me do the beta testing for all this. It's complicated stuff. How many frames you got? Wait, can you not see anything on your end?
Yeah, I got it. Okay. I got it. But I'm just saying, what are we looking at?
Okay, yeah. So this is our. All right, so we'll start that right around there. We'll take out the part where I said So I'll cut that. I know all that lead up stuff I don't really need, so I'll delete it. And if I want, I can always pull this down and grab something from the opening if I want it. But we're trying to make probably a short 30 to 40 second video here. So I'm just gonna kind of scrub through this. If I were looking for plays and sound wasn't a thing, what I would do is just kind of scrub through the video file, and then I would look for, let's say, okay, I know this is sunshine, but let's say I was working on a video for this outside hitter. You know, I would see if this would be one of the clips that we use. There's laughing. I think that was a tip, so it probably wouldn't be a clip that we would use, and I would just keep scrolling through until I find something, right? But because this is not just a skills video, I want to listen to the conversation for the audio piece. It's going to take a little bit longer because I have to actually play and listen to what's going on. Okay, yeah. So this is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And okay, so I like the intro, but I don't want to include the entire story. Not for the ad basically that we're trying to make. So let's listen to it one more time, and I'm going to cut it where basically I'm just going to set up, hey, this is a Throwback Thursday video review thing. Okay, yeah, so this is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach. Also, because it's a video and not a live stream anymore, if I want, I can actually cut out all this dead time in between the speaking parts, because when you're watching video, you kind of your time's limited, right? So you don't really want all that dead period. I mean, it adds up in the end. So okay, yeah, so this is our Throwback Thursday, and I can probably just start with, yeah, so this right there is the video where the audio peaks, is kind of where I know I want to cut it. So we'll start like this. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone. And I can take out that This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team. So right there, you can already see it's a lot cleaner. National team out of Salem. And I'll take out that pause as well. So we'll cut it there. And it picks up again here. So the video stuff will be a little choppy, but I don't know. We'll play. So now there I was just looking for the audio stuff. Now I'll go ahead and watch the video playback, and I'll listen to the audio. Let's go. Oh, that's not what we want. Dang. Okay. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from junior. So looking at all these dead pauses here, because there's nothing happening as far as play goes, I know I can edit all of that if I want. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. Crew qualify. Take out these pauses. Qualified for 16 Open. I'm gonna take this out. See how that listens. Crew qualified for 16 Open, and this is a match from junior nationals that year against Sunshine Volleyball Club, based out of Southern California. All right, so if I want, I have it right there. That's going to be 24-second video, and already I know that these edits, I can pretty much stop here, because this stuff, this second half of this intro, is actually not all that interesting for clicking on a 30 to 60 second video. So I think what I want to do is take the part where I say, hey, this is our Throwback Thursday, and then I will find and jump to a portion of our conversation that was more engaging, and maybe like a highlight part of our conversation, and then I'll use that. Hopefully I can find a 20 to 30 second clip of that, which will just be easy to line up right here, and then we'll have a good video. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from junior nationals that year against Sunshine Volleyball Club based out of Southern California. Okay. What I'm going to do now is actually, because I am sitting here talking to myself, video editing, I want to see if I can play some music for myself, but not have it play through on the stream for copyright reasons. So now what you're looking at here, this is a mixer that I used, open software that I use, where I can essentially do that. I can play music through this channel that I titled music, and I can cut the feed that's pushing it to the stream where you guys won't hear the music, and therefore, because it's not being streamed, it won't be muted. My stream won't be muted when the video recording's made available for watching later. At least in theory, that's what's supposed to happen here. So let's give it a try here. I've got my Apple Music radio open. Click play. Okay, so right there, you can see that I'm hearing music. You're hearing desktop music. Uh-oh. Okay. I mute desktop audio. Okay. I know what to do. Okay. So, seeing as how you guys heard that, here's what I'm going to do. I have the music playing through here. Why are you guys hearing it on the desktop feed? I mean, if I mute the desktop, then you guys won't hear video editing stuff. Wait, I have to sign in to chat? Really? A web browser? Interesting, okay. So it's playing to this audio cable. This is playing my, this headset's playing my, so if I do that, let's see what happens if I do this. Okay. But do you guys hear that? Yeah, you guys are gonna hear anything on the desktop audio. Okay, so I'm gonna mute the desktop audio regardless. Realtek speakers. Go back to the music. What does this do? That mutes everything. Here it's still getting signal, but now I can't hear it. Hardware output. Oh. What if we change that to cable B? Oh, but WDM is probably too high quality for me. Oh, shoot. Failed to open main output. Device not ready. Or used by another process. Okay, that makes sense. It is being used. cable B? Well, let's use cable A. Okay. But now I can't hear it. If I switch to cable A. This is the kind of stuff that I have to figure out. Okay. Well, we don't want that, so I'm going to switch this back to cable B. No, I can't. What I meant to say was this. And then that will allow me how do I get music? Yeah. Okay, back to the video editing. I just want to make sure that okay, good. So you guys can't hear. All right. So where were we? We were setting up this video. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, I'm just not gonna be able to listen to music while I do this, unfortunately. Because I want you guys to be able to hear this audio. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from Junior Nationals that year against Sunshine Volleyball Club based out of Southern California. Okay, so that's the intro. It's a little bit long because it's at 20 seconds already. And I know I want this video that I'm making to be around 45 seconds. So some of that will get cut out. But now at this point, I'm looking, like I said before, I'm looking for kind of the peak part of our conversation or a more engaging part of the conversation. And the whole thing for me was engaging. So unfortunately, I can't like go back to a specific part. I don't really remember. So we'll just play it and we'll see if I jogs my memory. That's all I remember about this. I remember that we win. Yeah, I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories.
I know that she remembers that. But yeah, what you know, I'd be interested in your reaction to plays as they come up, but I can see part of the score. It's 3-something. What do you got? What does this bring back to memory?
You know, this was my first junior nationals because I never went with any previous clubs, and this was my first experience with NPJ. And we, you know, we qualify Open, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, this is easy. This is fun once you get to the top level. Or
that I don't know. That's probably not the part that I'm going to use for our ad video here, but I thought that was such a funny line in our conversation because I think it's true. You know, like Steven, in one of my early years coaching volleyball, in fact, my first year coaching club volleyball, I was assistant coach on a 16s team, and they qualified Open, and they were picked to win one of the qualifiers that we played in. We played in 3 qualifiers. They were picked to win one of them. We ended up taking second. They down in LA qualified. That's where they earned their first bid. Yeah, I had the same feeling. I was like, oh gosh, this is easy, you know? And then come to find out, qualifying Open is not, there's nothing easy about it.
A top level, right? And you know, what we figure out really quickly And what this team figured out really quickly, especially when we're trying to qualify and when we get to this tournament, is that the intensity and the level of play is pretty unreal. And that's what we were partly not necessarily catching up with, but also trying to figure out, the.
I like that part. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit some of that, break it up in a portion that I think we could use. And then, I don't know, I don't have much more time to work on this video, but I do want to see if I can kind of get 2 clips, right? So I'll edit part of this, and then I'll listen on further in the conversation to see if there's another part that might be engaging for people to watch. And so we'll kind of go from there. And I know, I mean, this is, again, this is the software that I would use if I were editing video for recruiting video. So the process would be quite similar. However, instead of scrubbing the video file here for highlight reels, I'm kind of scrubbing it looking for highlight commentary, which is the only difference. And it's, again, like I said, it's slower because you can speed up some of the volleyball play and the actions. You can't really do that with the audio. Okay, so where were we? That's all I remember about this. I remember that we win. Yeah. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories.
Yelled at we should use that. Bridget and I laugh about that, or did laugh about that quite a bit. I yelled at Bridget. Yeah. I remember. All right, so I'm gonna cut that, delete. I don't really know where I want to put it just yet, so I'm gonna kind of leave it there. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories.
I know that she remembers that, but yeah, what I'd be interested in your. Okay, so that's kind of that. But yeah, what
one of her fondest memories.
I know that she remembers that. All right, so we'll cut that there. And then one of the things that I do, as you make a bunch of clips, you want to keep them somewhat organized. And I don't know that I have a great way of doing that necessarily. So typically what I'll do is I'll drop a title on top of something so that I know, like, what is this, what piece of video? Bridget. That can't be how you spell Bridget, is it? I don't know. Bridget story. Okay. And then we'll carry on. Yeah, what I'd be interested in your reaction to plays as they come up, but I can see part of the score. It's 3-something. What do you got? What does this bring back to memory?
This was my first.
All right, so we'll probably. You don't need to hear my portion of that.
This was my first junior nationals because I never went with any previous clubs, and this was my first experience with NPJ, and we qualify open, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man.
I could make this full screen. Would that be better? I think it's okay that my webcam's covering this because there's nothing in that. I would prefer it be larger anyway, so.
This is easy. This is fun once you get to the top level, or a top level, right? And what we figure out really quickly, and what this team figured out really quickly, especially when we're trying to qualify and when we get to this tournament, is that the intensity and the level of play is pretty unreal. And that's what we were partly not necessarily catching up with, but also trying to figure out, the best way to go about scoring points and playing defense, sort of not just on the fly, but really
Okay, I think I want to cut it
pretty unreal.
right there. All right. I'm not going to put a title on this because this is a pretty significant portion that I know I want to use. And so I'm going to make the video and build off of this. And at this point now I'm just trying to scrub and search for anything that's better than that.
And that's what we would,
again, like a highlight, right?
Partly not necessarily catching up with, but also trying to figure out, the best way to go about scoring points and playing defense, sort of not just on the fly, but really catching back up to the intensity level that we might not have been playing all year because of some of the things that we faced during the year, like all of the injuries we had, and those types of things. So
I do remember that you guys had quite a few injuries. Okay, the injury part, I think for the purpose of this video, is kind of boring. So we'll skip ahead. I remember one player actually played through
really tough time with her foot, and the only time that we had our qualifying team.
Remember it? I think you rotated your liberos, but liberos for
correct. Yeah, Molly was a huge piece. Yeah, and in general, through all of the adversity they faced that year, and they did a really great job playing the way they did and at the level they did of these. And
I always like stuff where coaches are talking about how a team had faced adversity and overcome that. So having just as I was skipping through and I heard this part of the conversation, now I'm going to go back and see if this could be a good highlight piece.
And yeah, so I was really just proud.
And actually what I'm going to do so I don't lose my place is I'm going to cut this, and I'm probably ready to delete that chunk, but I don't know if what I'm about to listen to, if I need, for context, if I need any of those previous clips. So I'm going to wait to delete that for.
And yeah, so I was really just proud in general of these girls playing the way they did and at the level they did through all of the adversity they faced that year, and they did a really great job.
Yeah, I like that. So I don't think you really, I'm going to need any more context, so I will save that piece. I probably should, yeah, I'm going to put a title so I know what that is. This is yeah, carry on. You also didn't have your staff. I do want to give a shout out to Tracy and Stacy, because they were that was your full staff the whole season, and obviously for this, I mean, imagine qualifying for and
top of whom? Yeah, no, it was good. All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be actually one.
This part of our conversation for me was pretty funny. So I'm gonna see if I can find anything that other people might think was funny. I don't know. You have to be a coach, I think, to understand and appreciate the levity in this.
Actually, one of the funniest
the
parts
humor
about that was all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing?
If you didn't know, USA Volleyball has rules and limits on how many coaches can be standing at one time. In high school, I believe it's one coach at a time. At least that's what it was in California. In club, I think it's two coaches at one time.
Should be sitting, but we did all the all of that because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander. I stand, but there can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam
exactly.
never sits
Well,
down.
he's standing now.
Dude, I totally forgot about
That's great.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
laughing pretty hard because I vaguely remember like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're
And I swear, like the rest would.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm screen sharing what I'm editing, and uh again, this is a stream test for our NPJ office hours. So what I'll be doing is, sitting here at this chair, and I'll be available for anybody to have questions on volleyball stuff, or maybe, a lot of questions that I seem to be getting are questions on, video editing. Um, but I can't really think of another way to just sit here and wait for people to pop in and out of the stream. That would be quite boring for me. And kind of like when you tune into a radio show, if you turn on the radio station at any point, there needs to be a voice, or there needs to be some sort of engagement that's going on. If you were to turn in and hear silence, or just see me sitting here kind of staring down at my phone, then it wouldn't have any sort of instant sort of engagement type thing. So yeah, I know you can see my video editing screen, um, and that's the point. Yeah, what you can't see is um my streaming desktop video software and all the other tabs and browsers and things that I have open. So the only thing that you're going to be able to see will be my webcam at this moment, and anything that I bring on screen to this monitor that is in front of me. So like stuff like that you can see, but only what I bring onto this screen.
Miss a handful of substitutions because they're too busy looking at us and trying to wait for it to give us yellow cards or something because we're delaying game or something. It was really funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, fun fact, if y'all didn't know, I coached club volleyball for Sunshine when I lived and worked down in Southern California. So I coached for this club.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Um,
Yeah, I just looking at that, like I really appreciated our middles that season because they were so athletic. I mean, we've got one of these middles is a D1 athlete to Baylor. She's got a scholarship, right? So we've got amazing middles that can double block and close to a slide. They can hold and go. They were long. They could put their arms up and cover seams, and it was really really helpful for our defense. We got a lot of digs off our middles being really solid this year.
yeah, that's certainly a when you go to these national year-end tournaments, I I think that's something that's really noticeable. It's that every team that you play against, including the ones in the bottom half, um, in transition, if they have an opportunity to set their middle, they're going to do it, and it's going to score. Um, I
Yeah.
feel like in our region, and it's probably the same for most regions, is when you're playing these teams that are just below that national, just outside the bubble of qualifying. I don't think they're bringing that kind of pressure and that kind of transition kill percentage as you see with all the teams that end up qualifying, especially at the open level. Oh wow.
Right. I'm extremely impressed of the effort of middles at this age group, 18s, and just how they their transition offense and just how much work it takes for those guys or those girls, those athletes to be able to work for 3 days. It's unreal.
Hey, there's three of us were up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these clowns. Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up. This is so good. This is
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
this is less of a throwback Thursday and more of a reaction video. I'm listening to this part of the conversation, which was hilarious for me. Um, obviously we all know that Adam is just he is coaching hard, bringing the energy and the enthusiasm non-stop, and he is up and down the sideline. So yeah, this was quite funny when I stand up, but I only stand up in between the points when I really need to give instruction to the players for strategy and block schemes and things like that. So we were all three standing.
Those,
It's
girls,
silly.
those athletes to be able to work for 3 days. It's unreal.
Hey, there's three of us. We're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
What am I doing?
Look at these clowns. Look at these guys.
That wasn't needed for me to
let's
demonstrate
see how long
posture.
it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up. This is so good.
That's pretty funny.
This is less
I would love to use part of that. I don't know.
of a throwback Thursday and more of a reaction video. I forgot all about that.
Stand my role here. I'll retire. Sit down.
I mean, when I'm head coach, as a head coach today,
On his feet.
you're in there, you're coaching your team, and you're always sitting with another team, helping like double duty. I mean, I would say I'm in there a long time too, but I don't spend the whole time in there like y'all do. So I love and still I'm not on my feet as long.
What do we think? Should I use the funny sort of I don't know, the candid off script stuff where we're laughing about us standing, or should I use more like this part where there's actually like volleyball plays going on too?
You're in there, you're coaching your team, and you're always sitting with another team, helping like double duty. I mean, I would say I'm in there a long time too, but
That's so great. Wait, are you laughing at? What are you talking about? Are you talking about how the three of us were standing up and there was all the confusion there? Should I put that? I mean, that is kind of a highlight, but I don't know. Need some feedback here.
I don't spend the whole time in there like y'all do. So I love.
Why don't I cut this so I at least know where to come back
Did
to?
you see that? Oh wow.
Right. I'm extremely impressed of the effort of middles at this age group, 18s, and just how they their transition.
Laughter is always great.
Work it takes for those guys.
That is true.
Those athletes to be able to work.
That is true. And it's got those mirror neurons, right? It's like if I yawn and then you yawn, laughing and smiling can always make other people laugh and smile.
For 3 days. It's unreal.
All right, so I'll clip this part. Maybe we'll go ahead and use that.
To success most of the time. And that typically got dug in that situation.
7 or 8 matches. It was like 5 or 6.
And I wish that I'd given that a little bit of thought, because we were thought about that, because I liked your quote from yesterday about the visualizing good things happening or imagining good things happening. And I wish that I'd given that a little bit of thought, because we were always waiting for something to happen, always waiting for an explosive play, for a momentum shift, and would have loved that everybody would assume that it was going to happen because it was them that was going to do.
Okay. With the help and input from my trusted friend here, we're gonna go with the laughing part, because I'm just listening to the rest of the conversation, and I think as we're watching and we're doing that, like that's fun and interesting live, but it's not meant for what I'm trying to make here, which is a 30 to 45 second video for us to post to our social media channel to let more people know, hey, this is what's coming. And this is, as far as like the watch party throwback Thursday stuff, this is kind of a trailer or preview of what that will look like. And we don't want it to be boring, so
Look at how big that angle is and how high of a contact point that is. Coaching. And so as an assistant coach, I was in the convention. You're always sitting with I don't spell.
Sure.
All right, so we'll cut that there. All right, now that I've found what I want to work with, I'm just going to delete everything else and kind of just concentrate on what I have. And what I have is 5 minutes of video. That's not good. This portion I think can be deleted though. What is this?
That was all the stand I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam,
yeah, exactly. I swear, like the rest would miss D1 athlete.
Ones in the just outside edge as you see with all the teams that end up qualifying.
One athlete to Baylor. Like I really or something. It was really funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh,
yeah, it was a good time. Just looking at that, like I athlete to Baylor, she's got to go, double her arms up and cover seam. So athletic. I mean, we've got one.
Okay, it looks like that's where that portion of the conversation ended. What is all this stuff?
Pressure and that kind of,
that's all the serious conversation. So we're going to delete that stuff. Okay, here's what I wanted. Yes. This is a bot in the chat. So it's working. Streamlabs. Your NPJ coaches are proud of you. Streamlabs. Welcome to my virtual volleyball learning stream presented by NPJ. Okay. So those are called timers. Okay, I'll have to play around with those a little more. All right, but at least I know it's working and I don't have to do anything else to activate it in the chat. So they're like pre-written messages that I can type, and then they're set to a timer. So every 5, 10, 30 minutes, one of these things would be prompted. However, there is like a limited number of chat that has to be lines of chat in order for it to kick on. So, let's say it's set to 5 minutes on timer, and then minimum 5 minutes of 5 lines of chat. If both of those things are met, the Streamlabs bot will go ahead and push these messages to the chat. And I had set them to, well, I lowered the settings to 1 line of chat because I wanted to see them come on. Okay, cool.
Hey, there's 3 of us were up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these clowns. Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
Just that laugh, dude.
This is so good.
It's cracking me up.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
All right. That's probably where we're gonna cut it right there. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in.
This is less of a throwback Thursday and more of a reaction video.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
This is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I feel like I thought it was way more funny than Steven.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
This is less of a throwback Thursday and more of a reaction video.
Okay.
Here, I'll retire back to the seat and I'll sit down. Adam can stand.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. Jesus.
I forgot all about that.
How long did we talk about this for?
So great. And I'll understand my role here. I'll retire back to the seat and I'll sit down. Adam can stand.
Yeah. I don't like standing. I mean, when I'm...
By the way, so we were watching set 1 in this video. I had set up my camera. Some of you know this, but I taped my camera tripod down to the floor with Gorilla Tape so that if a ball hits it, or if another person who's videoing or just trying to walk by, in case they hit the tripod or the camera, the reason I tape it down is so that it won't move. As you know, I set the camera up and then I walk away for the remainder of the match. So yeah, there are a couple times when a ball will hit it or someone will nudge it, but the tape is really what helps prevent me from losing the shot.
Head coach, as a head coach, it's been a while since I've head coached. As a head coach, I like standing, but I don't like head coaching. And so as an assistant coach, I love sitting down.
All right, we don't need that part. So
Back to the seat, and I'll sit down. Adam can stand.
Yeah, I don't like standing. I mean, when I'm head coach, as a head coach,
I think I want to cut it right after Steven finishes his story.
Back to the seat, and I'll sit down. Adam can stand.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll cut it there. I'm just going to delete the other stuff because this is still way too long. I need to cut it down even more. What was this conversation?
The parts about that was all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did all the all of that because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm laughing pretty hard because.
Okay, we'll probably cut it after I'm laughing hard.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, now.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm laughing pretty hard because I vaguely remember. Forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally forgot about that.
All right, we're gonna cut it there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm laughing pretty hard because I vaguely remember.
Okay, I'm getting a phone call. Let me mute this. Okay. Let's see here.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're.
And I swear, like the refs would miss a handful of substitutions because they're too busy.
Because I vaguely remember. Like, oh, we're up.
Let's cut that out. See what the transition looks like.
I totally forgot about that. Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're.
And I swear, like the refs would miss a hand.
We're up, we're down, we're.
Okay, we'll cut there.
And I swear, like the refs would miss a handful of substitutions because they're too busy looking at us and trying to wait for it to give us yellow cards or something because we're delaying game or something. It was really funny.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh,
yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I just looking at that, like I really appreciated our middles that season because they were so athletic. I mean, we've got and I swear, like the refs would miss a handful of substitutions for it to get delaying game money. It's a good time. Yeah, I just looking at.
Okay, we'll delete that part.
Hey, there's three of us were up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these clowns. Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
I love it.
This is so good.
Okay, I'm gonna cut it right there. Delete. Let's make sure I want to delete the rest.
This is so good.
That's pretty funny.
This is a throwback Thursday and more of a reaction video.
Yeah, we don't need that part.
I forgot all about that.
I mean, it's so great. And I'll understand my role here. I'll retire back to the seat and I'll sit down. Adam can stand.
Yeah.
All right, we can delete that part. What are we at now? 2 minutes and 15 seconds. This was the adversity thing.
Really just proud in general of these girls playing the way they did and at the level they did.
That was good stuff, but I'm gonna have to take it out. This whole portion here.
My first junior nationals, and this and right and
Okay, we'll use that another time or for a different video. What are we at? We're at 35 seconds. Okay. Let's see what we got.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from junior nationals that year against Sunshine Volleyball Club based out of Southern California. Yeah. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories.
I know that she remembers that.
Actually, one of the funniest parts about that was all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down, who should be standing, who should be sitting, that we did, all the
volume seems to be okay.
all of that, because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander, I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander.
Okay, I was gonna say it didn't make any sense that this was 35 seconds. I think what it was saying is I was at the 35-second mark. Okay. So I need to cut. I said I was going to cut the intro in half.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team out of Salem. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for 16 Open. And this is a match from junior nationals that year against Sunshine Volleyball Club.
Okay, I can take that whole part out, I think.
And this is a match.
Yep, we'll need that.
Team, Steven and the crew qualified for 16 Open. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of
that Bridget.
I'm gonna take out that pause just because the video was. The commentary was moving kind of quick, and I want to keep that pace to keep the video moving. So let's see what that did.
And the crew qualified for 16 Open. Yeah. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories.
I know that she remembers that.
Actually, one of the funniest parts about that was all the jumping up off the bench. It's one of her fondest memories.
I'm going to take the Bridget part out. Just, again, trying to shorten this video.
It's one of her fondest memories.
So we'll do that. Now, the only thing I don't like is on the next clip, it jumps to a different funny thing, but it's going to sound like it's referring to the thing we just watched.
I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of her fondest memories. Actually, one of the funniest.
Okay, I'll just keep the laughter. Again, trying to shorten this even more.
It's one of.
We'll cut that there. All right, what do we got?
Open. Yeah. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
Actually, one of the funniest parts about that was.
Oh, no, that doesn't really work, that transition.
It's one of her fondest memories. Actually, one of the funniest parts about that was all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down.
I think I should put an edit there. Or I mean a transition there. Because if I do that, I think it'll help the viewer know that there was a jump in the conversation.
It's one of the fondest memories. Actually, one of the funniest parts of
Yeah.
about that was all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing?
Or I could just take this part out so that it's clear that we're talking about something else.
It's one of the fondest memories. All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did. All the
that works better.
all of that. Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but there can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
Okay, I can take that reaction part out. Oh yeah, we're getting there.
Zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're. Hey, there's three of us. We're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Look at these clowns. Look at these guys. Let's see these clowns. Look.
I'm looking at it right now.
Look at these clowns. Look.
All right. I know I called us clowns. We don't need to keep that part, do we? Come on.
I'm looking at it right now.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
We're not even watching the volleyball. Okay, so that'll be, what do we got it down to? 1 minute and 2? It's too long.
This is our Throwback Thursday.
All right, I'm going to listen to this whole thing again, see if I can get it even shorter.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16.
Like this whole thing, I'm going to take that out.
We're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the 2018 NPJ 16 national team.
Ugh. I'm just going to keep the part where I say we're here with Steven.
And we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head.
But that's the problem. When I don't pause in between things, it's really hard to edit that audio.
Stone, who is the head coach of the Stone, who is the head
I'm kind of mad right now.
Coach of the 2018 NPJ. We're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach of the
Maybe we'll do something like this. Let's see how that works.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach. And that team, Steven and the crew, qualified for...
Oh, I'm deleting a bunch of stuff.
Qualified for 16 Open. Yeah. I remember Stone, who is the head coach, qualified for 16 Open. Yeah. I remember...
Take that part out.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach. Yeah. I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
It's one of the fondest memories. All the
Bridget.
Take this part out.
It's one of the fondest memories.
This part out.
All that Bridget.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did. All the all of that because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stand.
All right. So it looks like I'm gonna take out the Bridget funny part because it's not really working with the other funny thing. So yeah, at the start of the video, I said I was gonna try to see if I can get multiple highlights, but to fit it into that 30 to 45 second length, I'm not gonna be able to have multiple highlights. I can only have one. So we're gonna take all of the Bridget thing out.
Coach,
Yeah.
I remember
We went
that I yelled at Bridget.
This is the laughing part.
Steven Stone, who was the head coach.
Yeah.
I remember that I yelled at Bridget.
all the jumping up.
Yeah. So it just not gonna make this video. Sorry.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who was the head coach.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did. All the.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who was the head coach.
All the jumping up.
What are we at? 43 seconds. This intro's choppy.
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who was the head coach.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did. All the. All of that. Because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander. I stand.
I can cut that.
Who should be sitting? That we did. All the. All of that.
See how that looks.
That we did. All the. Because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stand down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did. All the. All the. Down. Who should be standing? Who should be sitting? That we did.
I'm just gonna cut that out too. How that looks.
That we did. Because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander. I stand. But they can only be standing. Who should be sitting? That we did. Because we'd never coached. Because we'd never coached. Because we.
Man, my reaction time is just not fast enough to catch this.
Because we.
It's like right here.
Because we.
All right, I'm gonna cut that out as well.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam
Exactly.
never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're. Hey, there's three of us. We're up. Did you see that?
I think I need to take out even this tiny little dead period. This little space right here, I'm gonna cut that out.
Hey, there's three.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're. Hey, there's three of us. We're.
I'm gonna cut that part out.
Down, we're. Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're. Hey, there's three of us. We're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, those cuts are abrupt, but it's because again, it's gonna keep the video moving.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up.
Make another cut here.
Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
It's like not even 1 second. Okay. What do we got here? It is a 40-second video. I think that'll do. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down, who should be standing, who should be sitting, that we did because we'd never coached together on the same team. So
I'm tempted to take this out. See how it goes. This is our Throwback Thursday.
All the jumping up off the bench.
I don't like it at all. What if the video just starts?
All the jumping up.
Oh, what happened to my intro? This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone, who is the head coach.
All the jumping up off the bench and sit.
So maybe I'll just keep, and we're here with Steven Stone. I think that'll work. I mean, it'll have to work. Fine. Not great, but it'll be okay. And we're here with Steven Stone, who is the am I at 0312? And who is the head? And who is the head? Stone, who is? Oh no, let's just cut there. See what happens. And Stone.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down, who should be standing, who should be sitting, that we did because
Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down.
Day, and we're here with Steven Stone.
All the jumping up off the bench.
I don't like it. Oh man, tough. Editing's hard. Stone.
All the jumping up off the bench.
Steven Stone.
All the
Okay, let's just inch this forward ever so slightly. Jesus. It's Steven Stone.
all the jumping up off the bench and sitting down, who should be standing, who should be sitting, that we did because we.
That might be okay. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
All the jumping up off the bench and sitting down, who should be standing, who should be sitting, that we did because we'd never coached together on the same team. So I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, hey, there's three of us, we're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Look at these.
All right, I'm gonna test it without this. Might have to put it back in, but let's see. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like, oh, we're up, we're down, hey, there's three of us, we're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
Okay, I'm tempted to take one more part out. There's just this little part here for the pace of the video seems a little off pace, like slow.
We're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
So let's do this. Well, where did I just make that edit? I don't even know. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like,
Take that zoom
Adam's
out.
the ultimate
So-
stander, right? I think I can. Stander, right? I think I can zoom in on this. Adam
Exactly.
never sits down.
Well, he's standing now.
Like, oh, we're up.
See. Oh, I've made so many edits. We're at the point of no return, I think.
Oh, he's standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? Like, oh, we're up, we're down, we're. Hey, there's 3 of us. We're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
That's
Look at
better.
these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up. Stands back up. Oh, he's up.
Okay, and then I think we'll just end it right there. And we'll go cue the outro. Where is my media outros? Outro music.
Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up.
Might as well put this in. Oh, for YouTube. But we're not making. This is for Facebook. Delete that. Where's my NPJ? Okay, so we need to pull this guy up. I need to find. This is JPEG. Not what I want. Do I really not have a NPJ logo? Or PNG? There's no way. This doesn't make any sense. Don't think I can use a vector file. NPJ logo. I don't know what an AI file type is. I think I can. Could we put this here? I guess we could do that.
Oh, he's up.
This is not really an outro. This is more of an intro.
This is our Throwback Thursday. here with Steven Stone.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stand-up.
Yeah, that doesn't really work there, I don't think. I do like that intro music though. Would that work?
This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stand-up. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stand.
Not gonna work either. Yeah, I need a NPJ video file or picture image. Like, how is it possible that I don't have an NPJ logo? Maybe it's because I do all my editing, NPJ editing on my laptop. Okay. Hopefully I have one I can just download quick. NPJ logo, where are you? I know I put the dang logo in here. Where is it? Gotta be kidding me. Shouldn't be this hard for me to find a logo. You know what I mean? Here's what I'm trying to avoid is having to transfer and download it from my MacBook. You know, and people wonder why it takes so long to edit and make videos. It's really a slow process. Okay, let's see if we have it on here. Every time I have to search and find a YouTube or NPJ logo, I get frustrated because it shouldn't be this hard. I should have a file folder shareable between all of us admins. Now, I eject. Yeah, so it wasn't on either of those. Where is the PNG file? I keep hitting the microphone, I apologize. Now I can't even find it on my my original editing laptop. What is an AI file? Is that, should we try that? I have the AI file. You know what? And convert it. Alright, let's check this AI file. So if I pull this into here, will it read it? Sorry, files not supported. See, I didn't think so. But I have a software that I might be able to convert this AI file into a PNG. See if I can do that. Not now. Toolbox. Image converter. I know this is kind of, I'm doing this off screen because I'm pulling up some software and file folders that just has a bunch of stuff in it. Oh, it's not going to convert the AI file. All supported formats. So AI file is not one of AI file. Okay, so that's not going to work. I have one other option. See what I mean? Like, this is why I get frustrated when I'm trying to find my video file or my NPJ logo file. It's hard to find from my computer. File that I have. See why video editing takes so long? And like this video, this image that I'm looking for should just be sitting on all of my folders, all of my laptop computers. It should be on my shared file folder. Um, and I've been doing this for over 2 years. So I feel like on every single one of those platforms, I've already put it there, but I can never find the dang file. And that's why it gets so frustrating, is because however long I've just been sitting here looking for it, at least I don't know, 30 minutes now that I've been looking for this file. Okay, there's no way it's been 30 minutes, but you know, 10-15 minutes looking for this one thing, that's time. Hmm. NPJ new logo PNG. Like, but the last place that I look, you know what? Before I do anything else, I'm gonna put this on I'm gonna put this in those folders that I'm talking about. So it's super easy to find now. I don't have to spend 30 minutes looking for this image anymore. Brr. Okay, we're back on track. See, look how easy that is, right? Like, that's how fast it should be, folks. We're gonna make this. Wait, let's undo. What did I do? Okay. We'll make this. I'm gonna say 75%. And then we'll play it for as long as the music. And we have to line it up there. Looks like I can take, there's a little bit of dead sound right there. Okay. Now I want to line up that downbeat. I want to line up this downbeat right when the NPJ comes on. What am I doing? Oh, I can't get it right on the downbeat. Oh, you know what I could do though? No, that's going to be off too. Okay, well, you might not notice it. Let's see. It might be close enough. Yeah, close enough. Editing totally sucks. That's why sometimes people pay me to do it, because who has time for this? You know? This is a 30-second video that has taken like 2 hours. And the video portion that I went through wasn't even, I have to tell you, when we were when Adam was doing those interviews with coaches, and they were anywhere from 40 minutes long, 20 to 40 minutes long. Editing those videos took me probably 7 or 8 hours, and I was like pushing those out. I was working very fast, but yeah, editing does suck. It takes a special person to do it. This is our... All right, look, here's the final copy. All right, this is it. Let's see what we get. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? Like, oh, we're up, we're down, hey, there's 3 of us, we're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up. All right, what do we think? I think I'm hungry and I'm tired of editing. And this is one of those moments where it's like, this is gonna be good enough for what we're doing. Y'all agree with that? So let's go ahead and export this. It's gonna be an MP4 file, yes. Throwback Thursday add. $38 seconds. It's not terrible. Coming to our NPJ social media feed soon. Okay, so now that it's exported, what I always need to do is pull this over here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Now that it's edited, I always need to go ahead and check to make sure it's good to go. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we'd never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? Like, oh, we're up, we're down, hey, there's 3 of us, we're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, yeah. It's like nothing was even happening and he's already standing. All right, I know what I'm missing. You're smiling. I was too. Okay, I think there's one other thing that I think should be in here, and that is on this outro, I think it should say Throwback Thursdays, right? So here's what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to bring in a title.
And I may actually even want to drop it in here and have the logo. Oops. Let's just see what this is going to look like. I don't like that. See, when you think you're done, there's more editing to do. There's something about exporting the video and then I watch it and I notice just these little things that I don't really catch when I'm still in this editing production. Should Thursdays be plural? Go back Thursdays. Should I add a note on the watch party? Join us. Wait, what am I? Okay.
Oh, he's up!
What do we think? I think I'm gonna do that thing again where I export it. Oh my god, check my spelling. NPJ Throwback Thursdays. It looks right. Alright, so let's do this. Throwback Thursday add. Delete. Export. Boom. That's because you're a perfectionist. I am. I'm definitely a perfectionist. But especially when it comes to like NPJ stuff, we just have this thing, and it's you know, a lot of companies do it, but this, as far as our brand goes, it's above and beyond. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't look at it so much as a perfectionist sort of way. It's just more like, you know, for us to be on brand with this and what we are really trying to offer and deliver, we try to go above and beyond. I mean, that's why Adam's out there doing what he's been doing the last well, every day and every week, but especially this last week. I mean, he's been out there going above and beyond, really looking for you know, for other you know, other options and availability and things that we can do. And you know, in the meantime, you know, this is something that we've put together to this is our Throwback Thursday to go above and beyond. All right, let's see what we got. This is it. This is our Throwback Thursday, and we're here with Steven Stone.
Because we've never coached together on the same team, so I'm a stander. I stand, but they can only be,
well,
you know, one coach standing at a time.
And Adam's the ultimate stander, right? Like, oh, we're up, we're down, hey, there's three of us, we're up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Look at these guys. Let's see how long it is till Adam stands back up. Oh, he's up!
Okay. Now the perfectionist in me, what time is it? It's 4:30, which means we'll probably send this out at 5. So this is the perfectionist part, right? So I've done the above and beyond. The perfectionist part of me, knowing that it probably just makes sense to send this out at 5, is that I want this transition to happen on the downbeat. And it seems perfectionist, but these are those subtle things from as far as like video quality and editing and stuff goes. These are those little things that you don't even realize people spend time like with this kind of detail. Oh, where's the downbeat? I think we want it on this downbeat. It's a little bit harder. This other one's probably like a half beat, so. Yep. And then we'll line this up to the end. So everything ends at the same time. Okay. That was the perfectionist part. See, so I'm going I go above and beyond my perfectionism. That's not a real thing. But I just did that because it's a small video file and that's a small change. That, like, look at that. It's been 2 minutes and I can pop this out. And for 2 minutes of extra editing, I think we're going to get a real, just well, I'm going to say noticeable difference. Y'all won't notice because whoever watched this will notice, but nobody else will notice. Here we go. This is our Adam stands back. There we go. See, it makes a difference. I'm telling you. All right. So the next step in this process, I would go ahead and finalize this, which I did. I would upload it, share it to Adam and Courtney for them to review. And then from there, it'll get pushed to our social media stuff. So at any rate, that concludes this test, which is great because I am hungry and I am ready to, look at that, I'm coming up on 2 hours of live stream and 2 hours of editing. So yeah, that's going to be our office hour kind of thing, where I will set aside time to, that's just work that I would have been doing anyways. So, while I'm doing that work, will be available for parents and players to pop in, say hi, be a part of the chat if they want, but mainly just ask me questions about volleyball, and maybe it's a video editing thing that you would like help with, and in which case I would pause what I'm doing, pull up a fresh timeline or project, and then I could walk you through like, hey, try it this way, this is how I would do it, so on and so forth. And again, it doesn't have to be open office hours are not just video editing related. We could be, let's see here, my public videos, we could be talking about different, whoa, that's probably really loud, I'm gonna have to figure that out. We can be talking volleyball, so like on this play, offensive play, rip red 0, show you some video examples of what that looks like. And this is kind of a cool play too, because this here, if you notice, part of the reason why it worked was because the blocker hadn't seen us run this rip yet. So that really did kind of catch her off guard. And what's cool about it is that play set this play up. Okay, so their coach is probably saying, hey, let's make sure that we are going into a bunch block, let's watch out for that rip when we see this hitter that's inside. All right, so sets up. Here's her new base. And we weren't running the rip that time. We were running the go. So this was a really well constructed play and offense. And, you know, I would say we're a little out of system here, but even as you can see with Izzy on the far side, she and Ryan could run the rip from that location. So I think we get away with it here. Also, too, with these players probably being a little bit over focused on making sure that that they make us do something different. You know, don't let that rip score so easily again. So in a way, you know, they succeeded. They made us do something different, but I think our setter Izzy was certainly one step ahead of the opponent with our offense here. Yeah, so you can see her looking over the coach like, wait a second, you told me to watch out for the rip. So yeah, there could be a lot of different stuff with the open office hours, and like I said, I'll do my best to help you or answer whatever questions and provide some assistance if I can. All right, cool. Thanks everybody.